G'day guys, MFWest here, and today we've got some good news. Unholy actually has been getting some buffs, and finally Blizzard has actually made a blue post about the damn spec, so I am really happy about that. I'm just going to show you guys the news. If you haven't looked at MMO Champion, they've actually made a few updates after the PvP season has ended. I hope you guys did well in that season. I hope you guys had fun, and it's crazy how they just ended the season and then just started the next one. That's really insane. And yeah, guys, I'm just quite surprised at the amount of time that it took Blizzard to actually notice Unholy in the position that it's in. But oh, what do you guys know? And people asking, I managed to hit 2050 in threes, and I only got to around 1800 in twos for the last season. I played Walking Dead up until then. It wasn't, as I said before in previous videos, quite difficult there with the high ping, but yeah, I decided to try and push it, and that's where I got to. Definitely, when I'm back in Oz, I'll be trying to get to 2200s. But let's get into the hot fixes. So for Death Knights, Frost got a bit of a nerf. People were complaining about how Frost with our defensive cooldowns, mainly IBF, were too tanky, and so they nerfed us by 10%. Honestly, doesn't really matter, guys. That's fine. And finally, a blue post. Let's read this out, guys. Quick note on a small upcoming change. Small. Great. In the next PTR build, Apocalypse will burst up to 6 Festering Wounds instead of 8. Interesting. However, the damage of these summon ghouls will be increased by 33%. Will not be obvious from data, keeping the total the same. This is also a large buff to the damage of Army of the Dead, very true. And finally, in a separate change, the damage of the Summon Gargoyle and Valkyrie will be increased. Now, that is very, very interesting. This is completely related to PvE, but it does relate to PvP because Apocalypse will summon our ghouls and la la la, it's going to be increased. Now, PvE, a question is that you guys probably asking yourselves, is Unholy going to become relevant again? Guys, a 33% increase to our ghouls is pretty big. Okay, so every time we use Apocalypse in a fight, I forget the cooldown on it, I think it's 2 minutes. We get ghouls and they survive for about, in a fight, I actually don't know their uptime, about 20 to 30 seconds. And also at the start of every pool, our Army of the Dead, they are also going to be increased by 33%. So it's a major buff across two areas, like our Army of the Dead and our Summon Ghouls. I honestly welcome the change. It's a step in the right direction, guys. It's not a humongous buff, but honestly, we need it. Unholy is irrelevant in PvE right now. PvP, I'm gonna make a separate video explain that situation, but yeah, guys, really needs to be I don't know. And then they said like a buff to the Gargoyle and Valkyrie coming. Valkyrie is so shit right now. Like I said in my guide a long time ago, you would only take Valkyrie in a fight that has that would increase the amount of damage that the player takes. Then you would use your Valkyrie to burst in that time period and get as much damage output as possible. Spam those death coils. A Gargoyle buff is very much needed. Pretty much hits like a wet noodle, nothing crazy. So guys, honestly, good buffs. I can't wait to test out the numbers when the patch goes live. I will definitely be following up on this. And yeah, guys, a lot of people have been asking me where's the Unholy content. It is on the way, guys. I'm going to be PvPing a lot more as Unholy this season. Fuck, even if it's not as good, doesn't really matter, guys. And yeah, guys, also 4,000 subs. Whoo, 4,000 subs. Really happy. I wanted to hit 5K before Christmas, but hey, I might try and get close, 4,500. Let's see how it goes, guys. And another thing, Apocalypse only boasting 6 wounds instead of 8. That's very interesting. It's making it a little bit less RNG to hit that perfect 8. So you're probably going to Festering Strike twice, and you are guaranteed to get those 6 stacks. That's pretty much a DPS buff, a little bit of minor DPS buff, which is quite interesting. It's going to take us less time to get that Apocalypse out, which means there's less. We'll be able to use Apocalypse maybe one more time in a fight. It's going to be very interesting. Cannot wait to test it out, guys. So yeah, guys, Unholy video is on the way. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a clue. I'm going to be making a dueling series for Unholy Death Knights. I'm going to be showing you guys how to beat all the best classes. Going to be playing with 2200 players, and no one does this on YouTube. And I'm like, wow, let's make some guides how to beat some champions. And I'm going to give you guys a clue on the first class I'll be facing and spec. Let's just say they are the complete opposite of an Unholy Death Knight. What class am I talking about? Have an awesome day, guys. MFWest out. Peace, peace.